Great. I, over several years, have been very lucky to be a part of ICAWC, and I'm always indebted to Clarissa for inviting me to do my first presentation in Slovenia. And it started to sow a seed. I find it very inspiring and humbling to be a part of such an incredible conference. And it was while I was at the conference in Italy that I discussed the idea of a project called Cool to Be Kind with my great friends, Carolyn Menteith. Took some years to really start getting some idea of how we could get this project going, and we're very busy people, all of us. But we trademarked the name Cool to Be Kind, not to stop other people from using this phrase, but to prevent other people from stopping us from letting our project grow. We started it in the beginning of this year, and we enlisted the help of Carolyn Menteith, another fellow dog trainer and animal ambassador, Marie Miller, and our good friend John Langley, who really helps do all the admin that goes along with launching such a project. And on New Year's Day, Carolyn and I hit publish on a little Facebook page that we just put together in the weeks building up to the end of last year. So what do? Well, I, like many of you, get overwhelmed with stories of cruelty and unpleasant acts of violence that are happening to animals worldwide, and it starts to distort how we see the human race. And I know from being at conferences such as ICAWC and from all the incredible people that I meet, that there are in fact many incredible people around the world working tirelessly every day to help make the world a better place for animals in need. So on our Cool to Be Kind page, we only promote acts of kindness. We do not define what being kind means, and it may be as simple as taking your apple cutting boughs to your local rescue for the rabbits and guinea pigs there to enjoy. Maybe as simple as taking a bunch of parsley to an exotic wildlife rescue place so that the animals there can have a little tasty treat. And more importantly, obviously, we want to connect and unite people that agree with us that it's cool to be kind to animals. We also thought we could really maybe do a little bit to help raise vital funds for people just like you. Carolyn came up with the idea of running an online awards that we do every month, and it means that people can nominate any individual or animal welfare group or organization who deserve special recognition for acts of kindness shown to animals. Each month we get many nominations, so we ourselves have learnt about more organizations out there that we knew nothing about. And of course, every follower on our social media pages gets to hear about these organizations too. We then pick a winner each month, and they get a Cool to Be Kind certificate, 20 free little wristbands that they can sell or donate to their volunteers, and a little silver medal. And at the end of this year, we'll pick one overall winner out of those 12 winners that we'll have by the end of 2014. I'm very aware, as many of you are as well, that obviously money is really tight in the world of animal welfare. And when I was talking to someone that runs a charity at home that Tony and I are part of, I knew that we could maybe do a little bit to help them, because we understand that they cannot afford to invest very precious resources in their own merchandise. So I thought, as part of our Cool to Be Kind project, that maybe we could produce our own Cool to Be Kind merchandise so that we could lend a helping hand. I sat down with my daughter Daisy. We keep everything in-house. That means there are no outgoing expenses. And we designed a little silicone wristband. It's debossed with the words Cool to Be Kind, and it has 4 animal footprints. It has a horse or donkey hoof print, a deer to represent wildlife, a dog and a cat, and small hearts make up a part of each footprint. We now do them in a range of different colors, and we now have 2 sizes for children and small adults, and then adults as well. And it carries no other wording, so it means that anybody that wants to stock and sell our merchandise isn't promoting anything other than the message, it's cool to be kind. Initially, I thought we would be donating the profits from our online sales, but then I thought, hang on, we can help funds go further by converting those profits into free wristbands that we can distribute to animal welfare groups around the world. Each silicone wristband is sold at £2.40 through the online shop at Tilly Farm. We already had that in place, so we didn't have any extra cost for setting up online sales facilities. For every single sale I make, we generate 8 to 10 free wristbands for animal welfare groups. And this means that anybody that wants to donate £2.40 to Cool to Be Kind gets a little thank you in terms of the wristband that they can wear, but they also know their £2.40 has been created or generated £20 to help animals in need. If we cannot fulfill every free request, we sell them at cost price, which is 22 pence, and it covers postage, covers the materials for postage too. We don't retain a penny for ourselves, and we really encourage the animal welfare group that maybe has had their first 30 free wristbands to keep a little bit of their profit to buy the next lot of free cost price wristbands. So we're really trying to empower people to do their own bit to raise awareness and funds for their own organisation. We're also very aware that many smaller groups don't have access to well-known people to help promote the vital life-saving work that they're doing. And Tony and Carolyn and I knew that we could help on that front too. I didn't know how this would go, so initially I bought 500 wristbands in January. But within, I think, a day, we had 2,000 likes on our Facebook page, and our first 500 wristbands sold out really quickly. I'm really pleased to say we made a big mistake in only buying 500. From our sales in January, we were able to donate wristbands to the mighty Sam and Mark Green from Dog Star Foundation. And then we asked our friends to help us spread this important message. Benedict Cumberbatch was one of our first friends who wore the teal wristband, now known as Cumberbatch Teal. And we put his picture on Facebook and on Twitter with a simple message: Benedict Cumberbatch knows it's cool to be kind to animals. 65,000 people saw that photograph in just a few days. Dog Star Foundation sold all their donated wristbands in 24 hours, and that gave them the funds to cover the neutering of 4 street dogs in their TNR campaign. And thanks to the robust sales generated by Benedict Cumberbatch, we were able to donate more. When I wrote this presentation a few weeks ago, we had sold or donated 18,000 wristbands since January. And thanks to everyone who continues to support this project and buy our wristbands online, we've been able to donate to over 60 animal welfare groups around the world. But now we're actually close to 20,000, close to 70 organisations, and that's just in the last few weeks. More of our cool, kind friends are joining us and offering their support. Sarah Michelle Geller wore one, or several as you can see, and that created publicity that went across social media as well. Sarah's probably best known for her role in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and that's her watcher, my partner, Tony Head. Seth Green, he's also part of our campaign. He too was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, many more other successful TV shows. Paul McGann, Doctor Who, with Nail and I. James Masters, also from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Alan Dale, Neighbours, now in the new sci-fi series Dominion with Tony. Mark Gatiss, League of Gentlemen, also known obviously for Sherlock. Lena Headey, Game of Thrones. Kim Bodnia from The Bridge. Nathan Fillion, Firefly, Serenity, also Buffy. Jeremy Irvine, who was the lead in the movie Warhorse, and he and Addison Timlin will be appearing in a new film coming out next year called Fallen. And we've got other members of the cast that have already signed up, had their photos taken, and will be promoting their photographs when the film is out next year. Also, popular bands from some years ago that actually was Tony's and my favourite approached us and said, we'd like to wear your wristbands too. So thank you to Wang Chung. We're now moving into the world of music as well. Jonathan Rhys-Davies, Lord of the Rings. And obviously as well, we've got organisations at home who are helping us spread the word. Your Dog magazine helped promote this in their online and printed magazine, and Your Cat magazine have just run a little story as well. Any organisation that stocks our wristbands can use any of those photographs to help promote their own sales. And even if you don't have the facilities to stock our wristbands, please go onto our website and help yourself to these photographs, even if it helps bring 2, 3, 5 more people to your own organisation. Please help yourself. In the coming months, we're going to be creating more merchandise. We now do a cotton tote bag that generates 12 new wristbands, because the overheads to produce those are slightly greater than the simple little silicone wristbands. And together we can keep spreading this message and help raise awareness and vital funds. In the last 9 months since we launched this project, our toys have bought treats, dog training equipment and chews for shelter dogs in Italy. They've helped Red Panda Romania create an enriched play area for the dogs in their care. They've purchased hay for starving horses in Ireland. We covered the food bill for rescue exotic animals in the care of Grace's Rest, little organisation in Lincolnshire in the UK. And we've encouraged children in Ireland to organise Cool to Be Kind days at the schools. They take in dog and cat food and they donate those to their local organisations. And this was an initiative inspired by Cool to Be Kind and set in place by a wonderful group called The Grass is Greener. We've also helped raise funds for Animal Asia, paid the veterinary feed and care bills to help unwanted animals in France, Spain, Cyprus, Ireland, Italy, Israel, Sri Lanka, South Africa, the USA, Portugal, Slovenia, Greece, and all around the UK. They're now also available in some organisations in Australia and Finland and Hungary. We've helped raise money for physiotherapy and specialist care for sick and injured dogs. We bought milk for orphan kittens in the care of One Paw at a Time Cat Rescue. And the additional money that was generated from the free wristbands we sent them also helped pay their vets' fees as well. We've helped feed orphan wildlife at Secret World and raised money for many other wildlife hospitals in here and in Ireland. And we've supported the extraordinary work in the Roma settlements of the SPA in Slovenia. I ask people for feedback, and we get many positive messages saying, "Thank you, you're a beacon of light in what often seems a dark world for animals." And someone took the time to email me and Tony. She said, "I was blown away by this simple yet effective concept. Asking people to give without offering something in return can be difficult, so the bracelets are a perfect reward. Wearing them helps to spread the message, and buying a bracelet means that more charities get bracelets for free. Perfection." I was sent free wristbands to sell for Galway Cat Rescue in Ireland, and I simply emailed my friends, and the bracelets just flew off my desk. Within 3 days, they were gone, and I dropped off just over €100 to help with their vets' bills. Thank you, Sarah and Anthony, and keep up the great work, Linda. Were it not for ICAWC, I don't think I would have ever had the inspiration to start this project. Carolyn and I have shared many hours together, obviously supporting people like you where we can, and through Call to Be Kind, we can reach more people. Were it not for our amazing supporters, we could not have achieved everything that we've been able to achieve in the first 9 months. And we'd like to thank everyone who's played a part in helping us connect with so many incredible organisations around the world. When I came up with this idea and when Carolyn and I hit publish on the 1st of January, I thought it was just about us helping other people. I had no idea actually how much I needed all those positive stories too. So again, thank you to everyone who really helps connect so many people around the world who really are making the world a better place for animals. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about Cool to Be Kind, because it was inspired by ICAWC and created for you. I've got many free wristbands to give away. I've got over 1,000. I'm going to put them out on one of the tables. So please, if you feel that you would like to take some to sell, to raise money, to give away to raise awareness, please come and help yourself. Thank you.